All right, our next speaker is a stand-up comedian and a writer for Stay Free Magazine and the co-host of Adult Education. Our next speaker is me. Thank you very much. The topic that I'm going to be addressing is a short list of the worst toys in the world, which really, to be honest, is a best-of list of other people's lists of the worst toys in the world. And I'm going to start. I'm going to start on the playground instead of at home. Playgrounds have to be safe these days, so that means we have no jungle gyms, and we have no spinning vomit machines, and we have no unsupervised adults at the playgrounds today. But is a little pedophilia so bad when the alternative is this? Orifice-based slides apparently are not as uncommon as you'd think, and seriously, that's disgusting. But as awful as it might be psychologically to be photographed coming out of an elephant's anus, those kinds of slides are unlikely to cause injury if used even remotely properly. I mean, the classic toys that can hurt you are things like the air rifle, made famous in A Christmas Story, or jarts, which combined the two classic games of javelin and catch, as traditionally used by kids, despite the warnings on the box. The new generation of dangerous games added technology, including an updated version of the Easy Bake Oven, which was really not a problem from the 1950s until around 2006, when Hasbro purchased it and redesigned it here. Hasbro apparently forgot one of the main dictums of children's toy design, which is, if you have a hole in it, children will stick their hands in that hole. And if that hole is going to be right above a hot bulb, your opening should be big enough to get your kid's hand out. There were over 200 reported incidents of kids not able to get their hands out, over 70 resulting in burns of various degrees before the product was recalled in 2007. Well, it was introduced in 2006, recalled in early 2007, and I imagine it was released to no acclaim with the old model. Another toy not following that dictum would be the Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kids doll, which you could feed carrot sticks or French fries or inevitably fingers. The two chief problems with the Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kid design kind of go hand in hand. Problem number one, the mouth is activated by a sensor, which you know when something is in it, and it chews while something is in it. Two, it has no other off switch. I don't actually know the injury statistics on the Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kid. I will say lots, because this was also recalled. The third product, soon to be recalled, kind of disobeyed the inverse dictum on the sticking hands in rule, which is, if it is small enough to be stuck in their mouth, it will go in their mouth. And so Aquadots, a decorator kit, has all these little things which probably are not necessarily choking hazards, but the coating on the beads metabolizes into GHB, the date rape drug, which seriously, I'd rather send the kid to the playground. The next category is the weapons category, and I have to be honest. I'm not one of the parents who's going to be sort of hugely anti-weapon. I played with guns as a kid and turned out however I turned out. And you know, if my boy wants a gun, I can't say that I'm going to be the one to deny it. At the same time, the Goblin Sword here, the new Goblin Sword, might be one that I wouldn't recommend. It seems to have everything in a toy. It's got a Spider-Man 3 tie-in, it's got flashing lights once you put batteries in, and it looks totally effing awesome. At the same time, it's got a spring-based mechanism like a switchblade. It is made of hard plastic and extends to 3 feet. That can't be good. At the same time, while I'm okay with weapons generally, I don't know that I'd support the Pez gun, which suggests that you end it all with delicious grape flavor. And while I tolerate guns, I sort of prefer science. At the same time, while buying chemistry kits, I don't know that I want one that invites him to culture his own bacteria at home, as this one I believe does in the small print. But that places a way distant second to 1951's Atomic Energy Lab, which, if you can see there, has safe radioactive materials, which was uranium-238, currently linked to cancer and Gulf War syndrome. I think before the symptoms set in, someone better get that kid a Pez gun. Since I'm not going to have a daughter, I'm likely to dodge the bullet that is Barbie, as discussed earlier, especially shopping Barbie. This is cool shopping Barbie. There is also shopping spree Barbie, and shopping time Teresa, because Barbie doesn't want to shop alone. My ideal, by the way, picture of a shopping Barbie would be in that Walmart bag, a bunch of smaller Barbies to sort of perfectly model the behavior that Mattel is going for. But if you're worried that Barbie is fraught with the potential for body image issues or sexual stereotyping, maybe you just prefer this foreign knockoff, which assures you that it has none of those problems. Benign Girl is definitely not dangerous in any way. The manufacturers willed those problems away. But is it necessarily benign? Or will it lead your daughter inexorably down the road to where she would request this home stripper pole from Peekaboo, or even worse, the Carmen Electra branded home stripper pole? Absolutely marketed to kids, not ironically. Yes, seriously. Don't believe me? Google Peekaboo stripper pole. It's totally true. If you're really interested in being socially progressive and sort of letting your kid get an early jump on all of humanity, you can get this Russian doll, which comes equipped with something that Ken never had, strangely enough, and you can use it to explain the she-male ads in the back of the Village Voice that you accidentally left open. I'm closing with a theme that probably shouldn't have been made for children's toys at all, and yet it was. 9/11. First toy that I saw with a 9/11 theme was this TSA scanner kit, which combines all the fun of airport security with all the usefulness of airport security. But you'd better be good at it, or else this happens. This toy, it ended up really mostly in kind of 9/11 and remainder shops, probably because the people who buy stock for those stores just say 30 of whatever you're selling this month. And I don't know that it was intended for the American market, but it certainly was in a lot of newspapers when it was found there. I don't know what else to say about it, except it's a really disturbing image to end a lecture on. So here's my cat eating with its hand. Ethel doesn't do this trick as much as she used to, but it really, really is amazing. And probably as good a toy as we probably could have for our son. Anyway, thank you very much.